Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at more with the Ethereum. I did that little test last night, and then I found this blog written by Jake Henningsgaard. Hopefully, I didn't butcher his name too much. About 3 years ago, and he created a multi-node chain. So, of course, we've already done. Now he was doing it on a Mac, so we've already done the equivalent on Unix. And the new thing is creating the account. So this command here, remember we saw the get command last time, and did a few little things with that. And what we didn't do is create an account. So what I had to do is clear everything out and clear out the directory, start again by making these accounts on the second. I guess it was, I had to create a third node because this example requires 3 nodes. And let's see, can you see this? Let's put this here for the minute. So, as you can see, we created keys, and I had to save them to a file because we have to use them in, let's see, which is here. I have to move things around. This is our Genesis block that he talks about, because I think it just generated a random Genesis block when we did it, what we did last night. But this is a one where you're actually configuring it. You're saying how difficult things are going to be for miners. You're limiting how much gas a transaction can use, and you're creating accounts. So this step here, let's see, up here, I think, as I said, I had to run it 3 times and get 3 different addresses, which would be public keys, and put them in the Genesis node. So it's saying we're going to start the Genesis node with 3 accounts. And now the next step is to see if this thing will work. I ran into some issues before because I believe I had not cleaned out so let's see. What we're going to do now is see if this will actually work. Let's see. So that would start 3. Let's start with 1 here. So let's see what happens. Failed to unsupported fork ordering. I don't know what that means. So this may be come back to it with a little research here. Let's try it with 2. See if any of them would start. Good. So we're pointing to the right data directory. Let me look at this. Make sure that I have the right command. Let's see. So let's see. Unsupported fork ordering That's interesting because we were using totally different, clean directories. So the way, let's try 2 and see if we get the same thing with 2. No. And my guess is 3 is going to do the same thing. I think okay, so let's see if we can figure out what unsupported fork ordering means. I don't know. Well, here we go. What does that? Aha. Let's have a look here at the Genesis file. Well, he hasn't got that. We got this, and they have so let's see if we're putting this in will make a difference. And I can see why it might. I can see why it might. Because if you think about it, what it's saying is that we're starting at block 0, essentially. Let's see. Aha. Let's see. Let me look at this again and see what I think I see the potential problem here. So if we do this instead of the 550, because if you look here, if you look here, you have the exactly what that example was showing. So if we do this right here, let's put that in. Let's see if we do this, if that will solve the problem. Let's start with 1. Seem to like that. No? Yes? No? Yeah? Writing custom? Okay. We're there. And let's go for 3. looks like they're all started. Now, I know he also wrote a follow-up blog on this to, so you can see this is essentially what he's got. Let's see. So let's take a look at some of the things. Let's have a look at this. Okay, let me just, let's see. You got this Genesis block up. And I don't know if you can see this. You can see how it is now. It did start successfully wrote Genesis state. So let's have a look at this Genesis block a little bit, and I'm going to move this, I think, because I think we can get this in the corner here. All right, so let's see what we got. We got a bunch of stuff that it needs in order to start up. And I'm going to put it where I can see it better myself. Whoop, it went up a little. I'm trying to get this a little lower. Because the way my screen is situated, if I... that's not what I want. There. That's better. Now I can bring it a little lower and to the right. All right. I'll decide to jump up again. Okay. So you got the config section, and it has the chain ID. It has the, I guess, the beginning blocks, and that's where what we changed here. The beginning block identify the difficulty, and then the balances. Now these are commands. This is from let's look at, so these are some of the guess commands. I guess I can bring, let's see, bring that over there. Okay, so let's see what happens. Get command line options. So if we look, I think this is, all right. So we have a number of command line options in get, and we are going to take a look at them. And I keep putting the wrong thing on top, so I can't see it. All right. So if we do get -h, you can see the commands. Let's see if we can make this a little. And you can enable the RPC. And let's see. So when we started it up, we were pointing to the data, and we gave it the JSON file. And I guess what he is talking about here is some of the other things you can do with this get command. So connecting the nodes. So we saw that last night. Am I looking at it? Yeah. So this is what we were doing last night. We were attaching the nodes by, what was the command we ran? So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Are we still in guess? So this is, did not get us into, let's try some, let's get out of that, and several, okay, we initialized them, we didn't start them, that's why. All right, so now that's the next step. We're going to start it. So copy this, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to use that same notepad to make sure I get this right. What I'm using the notepad for is just to save stuff, commands, and then I can change them as need be. So get identity. Okay, so we're gonna do node 2. We're gonna put that, we're gonna use node 2, and I think that's what he suggests. Or did he? Well, we got to start them all, so it doesn't really matter. What we're going to end up doing is having all the, doing this for all the nodes. So copy, because we initialized them, we didn't start them. And we go there, paste it in. My guess is that the port is going to be different, so let's call this node 1. Give it an identity. Okay, so when we start them up, we're going to also, like we did last night, this is very similar to what we did, but now we're doing it where a little bit more robust fashion, where we're going to actually have stuff running and have accounts and things of that nature. So you'd start with 301 for the port, and then I'm going to move to, don't know if network, I think the network ID can probably be the same, so they, no, discover net. Okay, we're just going to leave it at 1. I don't know. What does these started up with? Network ID of, yeah, so it's not one of the official ones, because this is supposed to be a private one. And then we're going to do this 3 times, 1 for each. And so we're going to have to change this to 2 and 3, and hopefully it'll work. If not, there'll be, I guess, more discovery to do. So what I'm doing now is I'm just setting up the command so that, because it's a long command, so I don't want to just type it. It's easier to just change everything on a notepad and then just copy and paste it in. So let's see what happens. I'm going to start up the first one. And let's see. Oh, it was not, it needed to be, needs to be a long string. It was getting confused, I think. And I also had the, so let me go back and make sure that I had the $sign. Well, that's not going to work, obviously. The other thing is I want to get rid of any carriage return. I think there's, okay, so now hopefully that'll, we'll try that again. Okay, copy. And let's see what happens when I paste. Worked. It's going. So I'm going to do the same thing in two other command lines. And let's see, where is it? Right here. We're going to do it for 2 and 2 other terminals. So we got this one. We're going to start here, and I didn't like something. This one stopped almost immediately. Allocated. Okay, did not. Did the other one end up stopping? Didn't, it had some issue. Let's look at that. We got one going, so make sure that it's a different port. And I don't know, maybe it needs to be, let me check. Okay, that's just what I suspected. The RPC port has to be different because you can't have them all using the same one. So let's go with that and see if that'll work. Looking promising. It's coming up. Okay. And we're going to do one more. Start another terminal and get the third. So it looks like alright. And so each of these, when they started, I'm going to try to capture that. One would be this. It should have let's see. Should have some, yep. We're looking for this. This is the RID. This is, but the key thing, I believe, is that big, long, scary looking number there. Let's put that, paste, I'm saving these again in a sheet here, so that we, the nice thing is, the nice thing is, it should, it tells you which port it's listening on, which means that we should be able to know which is which is which is good. Like here, this is 2, because it says 302. So, what we got going on here now is node 2, and I'm saving that. Okay, I'm going to make this a little shorter. Yeah, so I can scroll it and see. And then we just need 3. Let's see, I think this is 3 here. Yeah, so it gives you all the information you need when it starts, and then the key thing is to save that. And which is what we did the other night, last night, so we can then, once you save them, then you can connect them. So we're going to make, now add, so we designated node 1 as the admin node. And enter. Okay. After starting each node, they can get, so I guess it's get attached. So I'm gonna have to look the exact syntax up at that. Get it. Okay, here it is. Get attached, and IPC endpoint, ACCP endpoint, or IPC endpoint. So, do we have, is that the same thing as what we got here? Item self. Okay. I see what we got going on here. The IPC endpoint, or HTTP endpoint, we have endpoint here. So what we should be able to do is do this command get attach. So we're going to need yet another terminal. Let's see if I can bring that. Let's see. So this is just localhost. Let's see. Wonder if I try again. Let's try. let's see. Of course, it's not telling me what the thing gets attach, and it just command options, and it doesn't like, let's try this. Here's another one I can try. Because I am not sure what they're looking for. IPC endpoint opened, and they mentioned that. So let's, if you can see, you got the home, it has the home directory as the URL for the IPC endpoint. So let's see if that works. And then let's see, and I know you can't see that. Oh, I got get instead of get. So I'm gonna have to get this, like that. It did like that. So let me bring that up because you need to see that. Where am I? I want to be here. Okay. So, since we're going to be working in this one, let me go back and see which one it is. Could it be this? Yep. All right, now you can see. So you can see that we attach to it. And we are attached to the console. So here's the thing. When I looked at when I started up node 1, which is our admin node, there is something, and you know what? I'm going to just bring that up instead of whatever this is so that you can see it. I think this is it. Yeah. Right. Let me show you something. See if this is, yeah. You see here, let's see, where it says, right here, it says info, IPC endpoint opened, URL home to, so this is what we're using. So it's, looks like it's the directory we opened it with get.ipc. So we now have that, we're now attached to it. Once you are attached to it and you're in the console, you can run all the console commands like we did last night. And we can do something pretty much what we did and start connecting things. So all it is the same thing we did last night. Let me get the, is it? That's not it. Trying to bring up the one that has the actual, where am I? There it is. Okay. So what's going to happen here is I am going to run this attach. And we already saved remember, I saved the eNodes when I was creating when I was starting things up. So I copy it, and just like last night, let's see, it's that same admin command, add peers, add peer, and paste that big long number, and a big long like that. And now we're going to do the same with node 3. And let's see. There we go. I'm going to grab it from Adam. And we are definitely getting stuff done tonight, which I am. Okay, we got all our nodes attached, and it should be 2. And let's see. Bring it up again. So the next command that needs to be run is net.peerCount. Because remember, we're connected to node 1, and there we go, 2. So now let's see if we can, the next step to verify that this thing is working is to see that we got the right data, and we're going to paste that in. That's just didn't let's see why. See if I can see if there's a command. Well, isn't that interesting? Well, we're not seeing anything. ETH.accounts. I should see it. Oh, okay, because we're on node 1. That explains it. So now we are going open up again. So we're going to open up yet another console, and this is going to get confusing because we are going to have to let's see, what was that account, the command I used. Yeah. Except we're going to use 2 instead of 1. Because remember, we made all the accounts on 2. So that makes perfect sense that unable to get to, let's see what it, oh, I know what the problem is. It's IPC. There we go. Okay. Oh, what is that? ETH.accounts. There you go. So we got 3 accounts, and now we can do ETH. Well, you're not seeing it. Hold on. I have to, a lot of switching here, because this task that we're trying to accomplish is, see if I can get the right one. Yep, that's it. Okay, now you can see it. So now we can see this. ETH.get balance, ETH. There you go. So it's showing that we have a balance here. And now we can do a transaction. And counts one, and so we have a bunch of key value pairs, if you will. The from, the to, and the value. And we need to balance our, there we go. That you needed to write. So it in fact says that, which makes sense. So remember we set up a password earlier, and now we need it again. So oh, prompted to, I thought I gave it. Let's try it again. Ah, it's accounts. That's interesting. You can't go back up and do that. I did it again. You spell something wrong here, and you have to retype the whole thing. It doesn't let you, and that's probably unlock account. All right, that's what it. All right, now I thought I kept it real simple. Okay, let's see if I can find. If I can, I'm pretty sure it was what I think it is. And in fact, I purposely recorded it. And Interesting. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it is one. Unless. Well, I used a very simple passcode unless I mistyped it. And, pretty sure that that was the passcode I used. But it's not liking it. But at least, yeah. Go error cannot account unlock with HTTP access is forbidden at web. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like even if we get this thing to work, we need a miner. So remember, one of the key things is validation. So I have to see if you should need to unlock the first account. Let's try. I'm gonna see if it takes any of them. And I think we're gonna see if this works, and if not, we're gonna come back tomorrow and try to resolve it, and then get into the miners, or we may just start with the miners tomorrow, getting a miner going. That's interesting. Let's see if doesn't. So okay, well, we've got made some good progress. I need to figure out why I cannot send transactions, why it's not taking the password I thought it did. What I may end up doing is creating some additional accounts and just use those, because that hopefully, if it's possible that I mistyped the password when I was typing it, or thought I was typing in, let's see, it wouldn't be here. Because I know, I'm just looking at the original one, I'm pretty sure pretty sure that I had just made it real simple. Because you have to type it in twice. Please do not forget this password. Now, of course, it doesn't. You must remember your password. Okay, well, we're going to have a look at that. I'm wondering if I needed to give it can find the key store. Let me try one other thing here. I'm just thinking that maybe one reason it's not happy is it can't find the key store. So there's a particular path on this, and let's see. Okay, so our key stores are here. So I'm wondering if I do the attach. What is it? Attach, and it's attach again. I have to go look at what I did when I started it up to find that. IPC started. Here we go. But actually we want to attach to 2. I'm wondering if, I'm not sure if that would be the case. Because the reason I'm thinking it may not be the case is that by giving it this path, it should know where the key store is at. All right. Oh. Okay. Now, what is it? Personal. What was that command? Unlock account. Personal unlock account. Unlock. What was that again? ETH.accounts. Nope, it is not finding it. So we're going to have to do a bit more investigation. But I think we got quite a lot done tonight. So hopefully you've learned something going through this post from 3 years ago that goes through how you, and using the latest version of Ethereum, how, we started a node. Now, once we have the nodes, and we have everything started, and we can we can do some mining, and we can see the thing, then the fun begins. Then we can start writing stuff in Solidity, and then try Solang and see if we can get it to talk to the substrate node. And what'll be interesting is then compare that, maybe try to write the same thing in Rust and in Ink, and then see if we can translate that back to Solang, if there's a tool to do it, or if we have to manually do it. And then we have a very interesting experiment going. And be interesting also to see if there's anything out there, and this is some research on whether you have, whether there are things out there that will go between the substrate Polkadot chain and the Ethereum. I've heard, I believe that there are people that might be working on that. So that's something to look into, because I know one of the goals is to do some cross-chain stuff. I mean, right now, if you're dealing with crypto and you're going between wallets, you got to be real careful that you put the address. If you're trying to move Ethereum, that from wallet, if you're trying to put something in an Ethereum wallet, that you're taking it from an Ethereum wallet, you're not putting in the address of your, Bitcoin wallet, because if you do that, if you try to send Bitcoin to an Ethereum wallet or vice versa, you got a mess on your hands. So I know that is a pain point that is definitely people want to address. So anyway, I hope you learned something from this. This actually ended up being quite long. So I'm going to sign off now and get this thing uploaded so you folks can watch. And if you found this useful, please give a like. And if you want to see more, please ring the bell. This is unusually long because a little bit more time tonight than I would on a work night. So you might see a little longer ones on Fridays or nights or on the weekends. Anyway, take care, and I will see you next time.